The agony of an African child. Africa. Africa, my continent of birth. Please look into my eyes and see my pain. As a child, my mother nursing me on her breast said, "How beautiful you look, my child, aren't you the most beautiful of them all?" Yes, in my mother's eye, I was the most beautiful. Though her breasts were dry and void of breast milk, she still encouraged me to nurse from her breasts that have become as dry as an empty well. Even as a baby, there was no milk in my mother's breasts, for it has gone dry, after she endured a prolonged thirst and starvation. Unable to sustain myself from my mother's milk, I cried out in hunger saying, "Please, Africa, my continent, look into my eyes, and see my pain." As a teenager, I was forced to run for my life in the middle of the night, as war ravaged my town. The economy in our land has dried up like my mother's breast. Hunger everywhere I turned to, we were all starving, no education, no job and no prospect for tomorrow. In the midst of my suffering, I cried out again to my continent of birth, saying, "Please look into my eyes and see my pain." My foot was blistering from the hot sandy road I traveled along the Sahara Desert in search of a better life. Many bones of my fellow youths who succumbed to the desert heat can be seen littered on the endless landmass of the mighty Sahara Desert. Our quest to escape to a better country brought this misery and death to us. So, in my pain I cried out, saying, "Africa, Africa, my continent, please look into my eyes and see my pain." As a youth, I joined the migrant boat to go across the Mediterranean Ocean in search of a greener pasture. But, along the treacherous waters of Mediterranean Ocean our boat capsized, many youths of my continent drowned in the waters of Mediterranean. I was one of the lucky ones to make it out alive. In the midst of my agony, I looked back at my continent, asking, "Why must this be our fate?" Again, I cried out, saying, "Africa, Africa, my continent, please look into my eyes, and see my pain?" Our pain, our tears, our broken spirit, and our heartaches, tell our story. Yes, the story and the agony, the African youths carry along their journey to various parts of the world in search of a better life, that which their continent denied them. Yes, the pain they have inflicted on us, the youths of the continent of Africa. Yes, the pain of its youths, whose dead bones scattered the hot sands of the Sahara Desert. Yes, the pain of its sons and daughters, whose dead bodies litters the bottom of Mediterranean Ocean after their boats capsized in the ocean, as they tried to escape the continent of their birth in search of greener pastures in the land of others. We the youths of Africa, together, we cry out for help from the continent of our birth. For nobody's child deserves to suffer and die in the hot sands of the Sahara Desert or on the deep oceans of Mediterranean.